What is going on, everybody? It is Lukey Boy here. Hope you're having a great day. Nice and sunny where I am. So, a nice 25 degrees outside. A nice, beautiful day. So, what I'm going to be talking about today is Tezos blockchain. That Tezos blockchain, should have said. NFTs on that blockchain because they are not integrated into OpenSea and that platform, the biggest platform in the world, right? So, there is huge potential for this and any NFT on this blockchain. Of course, not every single one, right? But the best ones, when they are integrated into the OpenSea platform. Now, obviously, the timing of that is unknown. So for me, it's not like a urgent, gotta do it now kind of thing. But having already seen how the Solana NFTs reacted when they actually got released onto OpenSea, you get a little insight into what could happen. Of course, what's going to happen exactly is an unknown, but you can use, points of reference to give you a picture, and the brighter the picture is, the better the picture is, probably things are going to go out, work out better than not, for example, right? So let's just go over roughly what it is and so you can kind of get a see. So the main one I use is Objkt. Now there are others, of course, there's always others, but this is the one I use. This is probably the most popular one. Again, I haven't done I haven't spent hours sort of trial and error on all the different platforms, just because you don't need to. But for me, this is the easiest one. It's a little bit more complicated in terms of the interface. It's not as slick as you might see on, say, OpenSea, but it does the job for what you want to, what you want. Obviously, you can go ahead and get a wallet from Kukai. Pretty straightforward and easy. The great thing about Tezos NFTs is that it's basically zero gas. It's like 5 cents in dollars. Like it's basically non-existent. You need like one Tezos, which is like $2, and that will, if you're for gas reasons, and that will see you through like 100 minutes or something plus, probably more. And so obviously it's going to depend on gas, depending on like with the ETH, but it's minimal per transaction. So coming down here, looking at the page, what am I thinking with this? Because obviously you could go into a million different things on here, right? But the ones for me, again, the first one is Dogami that I love. The actual price has come down a bit on this because, interestingly enough, the floor price is about $280, something like that. There's 12k items. The problem is, not the problem, but the interesting part about this is that they add different breeds of dogs every so often, like every 6 months. So they release like a 4,000 a pop, which is a couple of different breeds. So in the short term, this could be impacted. Obviously, we're in a bear market, right, as well. So it's not unexpected that the price is not going to be high. But yeah, it's just something to bear in mind. But I don't worry about it too much because I see the potential of this in the long-term outlook is what I'm looking at for this project. Definitely with the non-integration on OpenSea. So if this was on OpenSea, different kettle of fish. Is that right? That doesn't sound right. Maybe it is right. But if you're actually looking at the volume, you've got like 1.58k, and I'll just convert that into like dollars for you so you can kind of get a feel. So like 1,580,000 in 24 hours, and you times that by 1.85, something like that. You got like $3,000. $3,000 in the 24 hours, which is tiny. That's like 3 ETH. Yeah. So if you want to quickly see here, recently sold. Obviously, different rarities are going to sell for different amounts, but you can see not that many actually sell like per day. Maybe like 10, sometimes 30, but it just depends on what's going on. But the reason I love it is because it's since like February. So we've had February, March, April, May, June, July, August, 7 months, something like that, or 6 months. It's one of the top projects always. You always see it in here. You're normally seeing it somewhere around here. Like you got Dogami Gap second because that recently revealed yesterday. But yeah, like for me, I'm not like bulking up on them because yes, it's going to be for me one of the most exciting projects for me. Not to say it's going to be the most profitable, but it's the most exciting project because a lot of the projects that you can come across, you can't do anything with them right now. You can't play the games, you can't do anything. There's not much you can really do. There's some stuff like utility based, but I love a good game, if it's addictive. Obviously not waste my life on it, but it's nice, if you're going to get rewards and stuff like that, and it's really related to NFTs, you can get free NFTs and stuff. More of an incentive. I like to play games. I remember playing Pokemon Go like it was just crazy back in the day, and this is like a nice hybrid between Pokemon Go and like Tamagotchis and like almost a Sims Pets, that kind of thing, all in one. Mobile based. I think it's mostly mobile based. and you can win. There's like Olympics, dogami Olympics and stuff. You can train up your dogami and get better stats and stuff like that. So that's really cool. And you can breed them and sell them if you want. So yeah, that's for me number one. So some of these are like more generic. This has like a gazillion different NFTs inside of it. So it's like you got 672,000 items. So you just strike that off. Some of these are new, so I don't really worry. I don't look at the newer ones too often because, you know, when new things release, the volume's up, right? So obviously the volume's going to be up. Wow, a 1 of 1 for 2,000. Interesting. Oh, there's 3. Not 1 of 1. Well, it is. It's probably 3 1 of 1s. But yeah, another one is this Tezos. So I haven't looked too much into it. I will do as things progress. But again, it's $450, maybe a bit less, $400. You can put bids in as well. Obviously, you can go ahead and just see, like, you know, is there anyone accepting bids under? Yes, there is, right here. 116, and it's obviously floor 149, so you can put bids in. Bids are really good right now, and they probably will be for the next 6 months or 3 months, because yeah, you might not get your stuff right away. You might put 10 bids in and get 1 or 2 accepted in the next week. Obviously, that's a bit annoying if you're waiting, but you're going to get a discount because the volumes are a little bit less. Same with OpenSea, but obviously when OpenSea goes mental, you're probably not going to, and the collections pop off, you're not usually going to be able to get bids accepted that great because people will just know they can just sell it naturally or organically. But with this, obviously less volume on this blockchain, so you can actually get a good deal even in a slight bull market. If it's going crazy bull market, maybe not, because you're obviously going to have higher volume on here too, but just something food for thought, you know. And the other one that I like, it doesn't mean that there's not going to be generative art style stuff like this, but today I've started doing a bit of research on curated art, generative art. You know, if you just want to see what I've added into my watch list out of curiosity. It's annoying that I can't I like the currency Damien Hirst one, but that's not the kind of stuff, well, the one I was looking for. Then by Ipsketch, because I've actually owned one of these before and I sold it for 2 ETH and it went down to like 0.6 and it popped back up to 2 ETH like recently. So these are kind of ones that, you know, when generative art and this kind of art stuff like has a bit of a pop, you're able to double your money or even more, triple it sometimes. Depends how, you know, if you can get a bid in for these kind of things as well, then yeah, quids in. What else have I got that I added? Finally added this alien insect by whatever the hell his name is. This was at like 4 ETH in August last year, but they didn't really have any pop in February, which is a bit concerning. So if I could get that for like 0.1, like a bid accepted, then I'll take it. So that's kind of like, you know, the kind of rough play. We've got Edifice by Ben Kovac. The reason I like it is because if you kind of look just quickly, it's 2 ETH floor. And you can go ahead in here and you can see some bids accepted, 1.6, 1.5. Obviously, it's probably a bit higher 10 days ago, potentially. But you can get some lowball offers accepted and then just like make a small profit. Yeah, you might, you know, 4 sales today. You could probably just flip that over as well with the combination of this potential floor price being quite low down here. You could either wait for something like a little bit of a pump here, a little bit of a pump here, and then make some profits. So, and these are like, because they don't really have like a project behind them as such, they're not as correlated to a downturn. Yes, the prices might go down, but it's not a project that needs cash to build a game, you know, and these games are going to take like a year, 2 years to produce, and you're going to pay staff all that long. And in a downturn, it might be that they run out of money, some of these projects. But with this kind of thing, it's more secure in the sense that once it's done, yes, there's the community, yes, there's maybe some utility like Future Mint, but there's no like team, there's no overheads like there is in other projects. So it's kind of a bit more closed basket, if you kind of get what I mean, in terms of the potential things that could go wrong with it, right? So that's why I like it. And the other one that I do not see in here is Otters. So we go down here. Here they are. Again, cheaper floor, not expensive at all really. And you can actually just get 41s were accepted recently, and it's 56. These are cool because you don't need to obviously get in on everything, but like just with Solana stuff, probably we are unable to actually see the Solana stuff. Maybe we can just do it here. Chain, go to Solana. We're just going to pick up a couple of the top ones in volume. We're going to go to 30 days. Whenever I do these videos and I don't talk all day, I end up coughing because I'm like, let's go to like time because I want to get the best ones. Okay, let's see what the fun. So we're going to just pick up this one, and it doesn't mean they're all going to, if you come here, I think it was in the summer. So, oh yeah, you would have seen it here. But you can kind of, well, the problem is, I don't know if you can see beforehand. Not really. But you can see here, these were at 1 ETH, and they ended up getting to like 6 ETH, sorry. D-Guards. And these don't have to be like the actual best NFTs, right? Here, interestingly enough, I think this is just recording the data from before it popped, but you can clearly see what's going on, right? Even June and stuff, July, like July, there was no bull run at all in NFTs. It was just dead. Oh, this was June, sorry. 12 ETH from 0.2. I got no idea if these are all going to be showing you the same stuff, but most of Solana stuff did do this. Now it doesn't mean it's going to be, yeah, it doesn't really. This one had hardly. It's annoying you can't see the previous prices, but okay, it's easier at the time to see what's going on. Yeah, you can't see it on that one. But I've just shown you on those two what I mean, because I remember these two. And you know, all you need is you don't even need that much craziness. And imagine in a bull cycle as well, how well they do. If you could get like the integration across the OpenSea in a bull run or near in some sort of bull run with some volume, you know, on the best projects that are now migrating across and now have exposure to more people in the ecosystem, because at the moment they're kind of like closed case, whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying today. And there's not, you know, it's kind of like a quite kind of small community really in terms of NFTs on this platform. Not to say that the actual community itself is small, like on you know, Discord for example, because you got dogami over here, and it's got 101,000 people in it, right? So it's not necessarily small, but it's the people buying and selling it, because even in the previous bull cycle, it didn't really pop. I think the highs were 340 Tezos, and now it's half that pretty much. And so it's like really, we haven't come down that much compared to a lot of NFTs. A lot of NFTs have gone down from, you know, like 20 to 1 ETH or 10 ETH to 2 ETH, or, you know, Bored Apes at 140 down to 70, as in that's you know, it's kind of similar to that actually if you think about it. That's kind of gone down half. So the blue chips on the Tezos blockchain, which is for me Dogami's number one for that kind of style. If you look at other styles, maybe not, like art based, probably not going to be the same. Then I see that it's actually come down similar. Obviously the exposure is just the thing that it needs to have a catalyst. And if they can also have the game release by the point that happens, then people actually know they can actually play the game and earn rewards and stuff. Again, more factors. So obviously these are things you're going to have to add in to your kind of evaluation. But for me, it's going to be, I'm going to pick up, you know, maybe one of these and two otters, and maybe if Dogami got even cheaper, I'll pick up a couple of more on the floor. But I don't want to be too aggressive with any one project right now. Just because timing is an unknown thing. You know, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket and then basically have to rely on like Dogami doing well, otherwise you can't sell anything. You know, you don't really want that. You want to have options, even though that, yes, you could put all your eggs in this basket and it could work, but like it's like anything. If you buy, you know, 1,000 items of stock for Amazon and it happens that the buy box gets suppressed, then you're screwed kind of thing. Like the number of sales that you get reduced. But yeah, it could work. But again, we're trying not to gamble here. We're trying to be a bit more conservative because we're looking at it in a more long-term play. It might be less profit in the short term, but should be more profit in the long term. So I'm going to leave the video there, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Got a little bit of an insight into the Tezos blockchain. Again, I didn't go into too much crazy in-depth detail, just a light overview for you. Any questions, let me know, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.